Okay, from the New York Post. People are now living in storage units because it's so ungodly expensive to live in New York City that people are having to get creative. It's actually not a bad idea. I don't know how the logistics of this would work. Are there public bathrooms that you can use in a storage facility? I mean, how would that work? You would put some kind of jury rig, some kind of internal lock when you're in the storage unit so that people can't open it from the outside, and then you would leave the storage unit and go to the bathroom. And if it's a 24-hour storage facility, wouldn't there be the possibility of running into other people who rent there? And wouldn't you be concerned that other people renting storage units might report you to the owner of the storage facility? By the way, this is illegal. Of course it is. Anything that would alleviate the housing shortage is, of course, illegal. But anyway, let's check this video out, and then we'll get to the text story.
I live in the storage unit because it's cheap in comparison to an apartment. Living here is actually really comfortable. I get a lot of things that I need and want to get done here.
It's like $300 a month to rent a storage unit? Yeah. So content creator Leland Brown Jr. scored 12.5 million views on TikTok clips dedicated to the highs and lows of living in a storage unit. By the way, dude, if it's a TikTok video, you're not making any money on it. So what the hell are you doing? And if it gets that many views, aren't you afraid of the owner of the storage unit or somebody related to the owner or knows the owner reporting you, and then you get kicked out? Guy clearly wasn't thinking ahead, which probably explains a lot of why he's living in a storage unit. Despite some viewers applauding Brown for the life hack, as cost of living has skyrocketed due to inflation, which has seen 1 in 3 New York City residents spend half their income on rent. Setting up camp inside of a facility is prohibited by various local and federal housing laws, of course, according to Life Storage, a New York-based self-storage imprint. There you go. By the way, look at this guy. His disheveled, uneven, unattractive, just hideous dreadlocks and his just poorly trimmed facial hair might also explain why he can't make enough money to afford an apartment of his own. Shortly after creating social media hubbub with their make-do living arrangements, Brown announced he was ousted from their unit in another viral clip. Yeah, who could have foreseen that? Post online that I'm living in a storage unit, and the owner of the unit finds out. Yeah, I made it public, and I got booted. Yeah. Isn't that foreseeable? So you wouldn't post that?
The higher-ups found out about my video.
He looks like a hobo.
It went so viral, we ended up getting kicked out. Now we're just trying to figure out where to go and what we're going to do with all of our stuff.
I think they maybe have a kid, too. The couple has since launched a GoFundMe page seeking $10,000 in charitable donations, which I wouldn't be surprised they'll get because, you know, he's black. So, of course. Bigotry of low expectations and all that. Oh, you poor black man, you tried to make a go of it. You were creative. You thought of a creative life hack, and the man outed you. He kicked you out into the cold. Yeah, we'll give you some money. Probably got 20 grand. How much you think I could get if I opened a GoFundMe? 0. Your support, no matter the amount, means everything to us. It's not just financial help. It's a lifeline that will aid us in overcoming the challenges of homelessness. Challenges that you brought on yourself. And created a better life for our little family. Leland Brown. Loser. So there's more. There's more. So while some influencers are busy boasting over the newest addition to their Stanley Cup collection, other tastemakers are schooling boomers on proper Gen Z workplace etiquette. But one trending couple isn't going viral for their buzzy baubles or their grasp on hout lingo. Instead, they've scored upwards of 12.5 million views on TikTok clips dedicated to the highs and lows of living in a storage unit. Well, here's why you're living in a storage unit. You're a content creator on TikTok, which pays zero. I'll live in a storage unit because it's cheap in comparison to an apartment. He explained content creator. That's not your job. You don't make money creating content on TikTok. Get a job. Living here is actually really comfortable. Yeah, I would say that too if my rent was $300 a month in New York City. Explained the would-be life hacker. I got a lot of things that I need and want to get done. Yeah, how about you get a razor and shave your face, pal? And you might get a real job. No, that'd be too hard. Then I wouldn't be able to grift and beg for money on the street and, live on his little effort and as humanly possible because I'm lazy. Per the eye-popping post, Brown, a father and hotel food service worker. He does have a job then? Then why are you calling him a content creator when you should be calling him a hotel food service worker, which is what he does for a living? Offered cyber spectators, he probably does that part-time. It doesn't say full-time. Offered cyber spectators a glimpse at the perks of not so secretly crashing in a storage unit. Well, it's not so secret now. The dummy put a video up advertising it. Small rental spaces for housing excess furniture, goods, merchandise, and materials. Yeah, it's not for housing people. You don't have the facilities there for that. I can exercise, use the bathroom. So it does have a public restroom? Okay. But how do you shower? It's just a regular, public bathroom. How do you actually wash yourself? I guess he uses the sink. Somebody can walk in on you, though. It's a 24/7 facility. Anybody that has a rental unit can come in there, and if they have to use the bathroom, they walk in on you. Maybe he has a bucket that he takes with him from the bathroom, fills it up in the bathroom, takes it to a storage unit, and washes his privates with a washcloth and the bucket. Maybe he's got two buckets, one for soapy, one for rinsing. I don't know. Doesn't sound very hygienic to me. Or convenient. I can play music anywhere in the unit. Really? Don't these units have like 24-hour workers or security or something or cameras? I don't know. You can play music anytime, he bragged while demonstrating. Well, not anymore, you can't. Demonstrating each activity for virtual audiences. It's climate controlled in here, so it's nice and warm. Again, not anymore. This unit is 24 hours, so I can come here anytime I want, stay here as long as I need. We can take naps if we need to. Brown, who shares the close quarters with his unnamed girlfriend. Okay. Then gave... Well, why can't she get a job? So you could both work and they could afford a normal apartment. Yeah. Why do that when I can just be a lazy bum, work part-time and, Oh, I live a laissez-faire lifestyle living in a storage unit. Then gave watchers a tour of their pad, which came complete with a day bed, love seat, wardrobe, and bookshelf. Okay. Does it have plugs as well, so you can, steal their electricity? So you can steal the electricity from the owners of the unit? Oh, the lovebirds' little nest was nestled behind a wall of packing boxes, meant to hide their DIY digs from the prying eyes of passerby. Wait, what? Their love nest was nestled by... Wait a second. Wait. How does this work exactly? I don't understand. Aren't they living in one of the units? Is this story saying that they're living in like a public area of the unit that they closed off with boxes? What? Wow. Okay, interesting. So they're hiding behind a wall of packing boxes, meant to hide their DIYs from the prying eyes of passerby. But how would that keep sound contained? Because, well, living in a storage unit is actually illegal. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's prohibited by various local and federal housing laws for good reason, according to Life Storage, a New York-based self-storage unit. I got to think, though, this could be a solution to homelessness, right? It wouldn't be very difficult to put a share bathroom in these facilities where there's a shower as well, and then, boom, put a few, outlets in these units, and you can rent them out as a single-person living units. No, that would solve the homeless problem. Then we wouldn't have that to, use as a platform to get reelected. Telling people we're going to solve the very problem we're creating. Yeah. Storage facilities must evict any person they find living on the premises in order to comply with the law and most insurance policies. Yeah. Well, yeah. And despite the astronomically high cost of living, thanks to inflation, it's not just inflation, okay, which has seen 1 in 3 New York City residents spend half their income on rent, as well as the recent 98% surge in workplace layoffs throughout the U.S., bunking up a storage unit is a no-go. And yet, I'm sure there's quite a few people out there doing it. No matter what, they're just smart enough not to, make TikToks saying that they're doing it. No matter what you're currently experiencing, wrote Life Storage, you should not attempt to turn your storage unit into a makeshift home. Yeah, lots of liability issues for that storage unit owner. So I guess this is them after the storage unit. So instead of actually going and getting an apartment, now they're living in a tent. Okay, lazy bums. Shortly after creating social media hubbub, Brown and his sweetheart were ousted. It's unclear which storage company they'd been renting from. Yeah, they don't want anybody to know. They're afraid that with as easy as it was for these two to do that, some other people get a bright idea, or not so bright idea, and also try to do the same. The twosome did not immediately respond to the post's request for a comment. Okay, so they don't have a kid. All right. However, Brown announced their expulsion in a TikTok clip for more than 1.9 million viewers. Jeez. He and his partner temporarily transitioned into a tent in the woods. Jeez, in the middle of winter. Well, I think she'd do okay. She's a plus-size girl. She's got a lot of insulation, but he looks pretty skinny, so I don't know. So he's the one of the pair that actually works. Okay, yeah, but the flimsy shelter was damaged by heavy snowfall. Uh-oh. Brown shared that in a benefactor that they identified, but we don't know who this person is, offered to replace their tent and pay for them to lodge at a local Holiday Inn indefinitely? Where can I get this deal? I've only been working for 40 years. Can somebody give me a free hotel room indefinitely where housekeeping is going to come and clean my room every day? No. You're too hard a worker. You're not trying to life hack your way through life and take all these freaking shortcuts and be a lazy bum. So no help for you. Yeah. There's not this bigotry of low expectations for me as a white dude, so I'm not going to get a free hotel room. But these people are getting a free hotel room indefinitely. Lovely. That's just great. Wow. The couple has also launched a GoFundMe seeking $10,000 in charitable donations. I wonder how much they got ultimately. Probably double that. Yeah. Now they can afford to buy themselves a Winnebago to live in and go park it. And not pay any rent for the space they're parking in. Yeah, lovely. This fund will be instrumental in securing a car and a roof over our heads. Well, you've already got that. Thanks to some sucker feeling sorry for you. Before the next relocation, ensuring a safe and stable environment for my son, so they do have a kid. To grow and thrive, wrote Brown, noting that his 7-year-old child lives with his mother. Yeah, because his father is somebody that makes very poor decisions, and he's living in a storage unit because he makes very poor decisions, not because he's black. Your support, no matter the amount, means everything to us. It's not just financial help, he said. Well, it actually is, but anyway. It's a lifeline that will aid us in overcoming the challenges of homelessness and creating a better life for our little family. Well, who says you deserve a better life? We don't even know if you're working full-time. Your job seems to be extremely lacking in ambition, yo. You're living in a tent. Instead of working more hours and getting a better job, you're opening a GoFundMe. And by the way, it didn't mention anything about a significant other getting a job, so she's probably a layabout bum. This guy's never heard of a razor that he liked. He looks like a bum. Guy's got a kid that he's not supporting, making mommy take care of him. Oh yeah, but this guy deserves to get a GoFundMe and a free hotel room for life. Oh, because of course. Because that's how our world works now. You get rewarded for your bad decisions, don't you know? The more bad decisions you make, the more free stuff you actually get. End up on the street, through all fault of your own, it's your fault, we'll give you a, hotel room. Which, of course, now in New York City, they're having to give to the, illegal aliens. Excuse me. Unhoused migrants. But before this influx with the Dementia Joe, started, they'd get a hotel room, and then they'd get rooms in a shelter, and they'd convert schools in the winter to house the overflow, and they'd get 3 hots and a cot, and and drug paraphernalia. Oh, you want to smoke crack? We're going to give you a crack pipe. We're going to give you a crack pipe, and if you're on the street smoking crack and we catch you, we won't arrest you. I'm going to give you money, too. You're out there panhandling. Well, we're going to decriminalize panhandling, so you can make enough money to feed your habit, don't you know? If you're an alcoholic, well, same thing. Public drunkenness, now that's okay. So now you can feed your alcohol habit, too. All on the dime of the public and the productive people out there. Hooray! For communism and socialism and bleeding heart morons. So there you go. This is a new trend, apparently. Living in storage units. What do you think? Is this a creative life hack? Is this the wave of the future? Does this need to be decriminalized? Because, of course, no, it's not going to be, because this would solve too many problems in regards to homelessness. This will not be decriminalized. Anything that would actually solve the problem that is illegal now, it's going to stay illegal. They got to have these issues. They got to have these foundational issues always exist. Homelessness being one of them. It's always got to remain a problem. That's why they subsidize it so much, so that more people will become homeless, and then the problem remains because they're funding it, and then you could have all these politicians running around talking about their plans to solve the problem that they themselves created. Great. Lovely. Gotta love anarcho-tyranny, right? Yeah. We're going to encourage people to break the law. Sleeping in tents on the sidewalk, sleeping on benches. We're going to make all that legal. We're going to get rid of any legal penalties for all this stuff. Because it serves our agenda, right? It serves our agenda, and it gives the government more power, more authority, more funding to solve the problem. Yeah. So centralization of more power, which is what all this is really about. So let me know what you think about this new trend. Is it not just hobo-looking dudes like this guy that are going to be living in storage units soon? Is it also going to be white people who do not have the bigotry of low expectations, wearing suits and ties and working corporate jobs, and they're also going to be living in storage units? What do you think? Is that the future? Let me know in the comment section. And if this is okay, this is all right. And it was totally unfair and uncalled for him to be thrown out of that storage unit. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not already, where I am Bachelor Philosopher. Check out my alt-tech platforms, Rumble and BitChute, where I am The Realist Philosopher. And also, don't forget to check out my Patreon and become a patron there. I am The Realist Philosopher on Patreon as well. $1 a month, $2 a month. Whatever you can afford to donate, I'd greatly appreciate. And also, the super chat function is working, so you can drop me a super chat. And on that note, I am out of here. I am Bachelor Philosopher, also known as The Realist, and I wish you all a good and pleasant day. Take care.